38, right?
Yes. Let us go.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is episode 38 for the NOLAnerdcast, brought to you by Chris's Beard. That's right, Chris's Beard. This episode is brought to you by a nice, conditioned red beard. Chris's Beard, the only product that is not tested on animals.
And the only beard that doesn't match his hair.
That's true.
If this episode is brought to you by Chris's Beard, does that mean it's brought to you by utter disappointment?
Why? My beard's awesome.
Your beard is lackluster.
What part?
All of it. The part where it doesn't match your head.
So?
I think it's the part where it doesn't luster.
Yeah.
It lusters just fine.
But it's the only sponsor we could get.
Are you conditioning it
true.
properly?
Yes, every day.
What do you use?
Shampoo.
You don't use conditioner? So wait, you condition your beard with shampoo?
Yeah.
No wonder it's lackluster.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong. You have to use conditioner that
Look,
has
I have
almond oil.
some-
Look,
I have some
look
stuff
at this.
from Lush.
Look at this. Feel this. This is a
I'm
well.
I'm not getting up to
conditioned.
it.
You
I'll
need
take your word for
the
it.
shampoo strips your hair.
Yeah.
You need conditioner to put the
I
moisture
have some,
back
I
in.
have some wash from Lush that I need to use more of.
I
Yes.
feel like a Viking talking
Lush is
about
great. It's got great stuff.
conditioning our
Nice.
beards.
Smells great.
Because that's what Vikings did. While
Yeah,
all the
condition.
women Vikings went to go fight, rape, and pillage, all the male Vikings hung around talking about democracy and conditioning their beards.
You know, I played For Honor. I can say that is accurate.
Actually, speaking of, you know what? This weekend was the For Honor Alpha, and I got invited, but I was out of town for the weekend, so I sent the code to Chris.
Oh, cool.
So, Chris, why don't you tell us what it was like to be a Viking for a day?
Well, you know
Or a
what?
samurai for a day?
You know what? I messed around for about. I only played for about an hour or so.
Yes or no? Did you get destroyed?
Initially, but I got better as I learned how to play it.
Okay.
Here's what I'll say about For Honor. For Honor is a lot of fun, and it's really interesting. And sometimes it turns into like a Dynasty Warriors game, and that's very entertaining because you have to break the enemy lines to kind of ruin their morale, and the regular ones take one shot of your weapon, so that's a lot of fun.
Okay.
But then you have the boss characters you have to kill.
Now, and those are played by other characters.
Well, I couldn't find any other ones. I had to play it against AI.
Okay, you played AI. Gotcha.
But I was on a team of other humans.
So you play with other... Oh, yeah, up to 4.
Yes.
Okay.
I did 2v2 and 4v4. And
Your team lost all the time.
no, my team won. I will say of the classes, because I played them all. I played them all a couple of times. The knight was the easiest one to play because that was the first one I actually got kills and did well in.
Okay.
It's very easy to kind of button mash it. The Viking took a little doing, but it was very unstoppable once you got the hang of it, because their charge attack is brutal, and you can throw people off stages with it. The samurai requires lots of skill.
So you're not a samurai.
I'm not a good samurai.
Oh, I'm excited about the samurai.
The samurai requires lots of skill, and they don't do a lot of initial damage. So you have to be very patient with it, which...
Chris isn't patient.
No.
I mean, how did the game run for being an alpha?
That's good. I didn't notice any... We didn't have any crashes or hiccups or anything. It looked fine. It looked what I would expect from an Xbox One, PS4 game.
Okay.
They had a good amount of enemies on screen at any given moment. So
I mean, I'm always curious because normally we just get betas. It's very rare that you get alphas.
yeah, if you had told
outside
me,
of like early access.
if you had told me it was a beta, I wouldn't have been surprised.
But yeah, this is just an alpha. We're gonna get a straight up
That's exciting.
beta later.
Well, thank you, Chris.
No problem.
Thank you for your insight.
Here's something that is absolutely true. It's got to be pushed back or pushed forward
Because
it
goes up against Persona.
It is so niche. It's even more niche, I think, than Persona.
Really?
Well, yeah, Persona just came out this week in Japan and shattered like all sorts of sales records.
Well, but here's the thing, and you know, admittedly, it's an alpha. There's not a lot. I don't know that there's a ton to do extra in it.
This is gonna be a fun game to play, probably.
I think it'll be a good
It is
game.
fun.
I think it'll be a good game to play if you get a group.
Yeah.
Like it's you and your. I think it's going to be a lot like Overwatch,
Yeah.
or a lot like just any team-based multiplayer game where you need to have people that you can talk to personally and set up strategies.
Funny you bring up Overwatch because with the new Destiny out, with the new Rise of Iron out, like everybody who was playing Overwatch on my friends list
Let's switch over to Destiny.
has switched over to Destiny.
I mean, that's just the cyclical nature of games.
Yeah.
And then when Overwatch comes out with its next upgrade,
Yeah, it's just gonna be-
it's gonna flip flop.
Yeah.
I mean, the point is, both games are doing very well.
Yeah.
And The Division has left to die.
It's amazing also how many new players are in Destiny now.
Yes.
Like, you're going around and there's like level 6 characters just walking around, so...
I'm not gonna lie, Rise of Iron has caused me to want to pick it up. I have actually, I bought Rise of Iron.
Good call.
And I'm thinking I might dive back in, but my light level's like 19.
Well,
you can get it up like...
easy.
Yeah.
What?
You can fix that easy with like an hour or so.
Yeah.
Actually
Yeah,
playing.
it's really easy. So...
Yeah. No, I did lots of gaming this week, and For Honor is just one of the things I did.
That's awesome. Surprised.
Actually, I thought we could switch it up a bit and this week talk about what we've played and just what we've been doing first, instead of at the end when we're already like just burned out and ready to roll.
That sounds like a good idea.
That's a great idea.
I like switching things up.
I agree.
Anarchy.
Well, why don't we start with Scott?
Anarchy. Scott, what'd you play?
Yeah.
Is it Overwatch?
Battlefield 4.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen a lot of that on the friends list.
Something different.
Are you guys just jumping in because you want to prep for Battlefield 1? Or?
No, just cause.
Just
It was 4 and something on Xbox Live, so bought it.
Huh.
Decided to play it. It was fun. It's change of pace. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
well, that's all I've been playing.
But is it just you playing Battlefield, or are you playing with like Kevin, Dave,
No,
Zach?
just me.
Okay.
are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I am. It's a lot of taking getting used to, because everything's like been, sci-fi-ish that I've been playing. So it's just something realistic that I kind of wanted to play. So I ran Call of Duty, but that was just, of course, sci-fi crap right there. So, just wanted something realistic.
You excited for Call of Duty? Infinite Warfare?
I actually did something. Someone wanted to pre-order just Infinite Warfare, just the regular standard game. So I was like, look, here's $22. Just give me the code for Modern Warfare. And it's a freaking customer, so he's like, yeah, that's fine. And I was like, cool. So I only paid $22 for it instead of $80.
There you go.
So I'm happy with that.
All right.
I was going to say, one of the things is they might have accidentally leaked the fact that it will be coming out separately
I doubt it.
eventually. I think
Even if it did, I'm still gonna get it cheaper.
yeah.
It's
Exactly.
gonna be like
It's going to be 40 at best.
Yeah.
with
Most
them,
likely.
yeah.
Yeah. No doubt. So Battlefield 4, how does it feel to go back to it after so long?
I never really played Battlefield 4 too much. When I started playing it in the beginning, that's where it was like all glitchy and stuff. So, I remember my last match online. Someone blew up a building and the parts just stayed like wouldn't stop.
Oh,
Yeah.
But how are you
So-
supposed? Wait, what was it? The Levolution.
Yes.
Levolution.
I remember that word.
So I was just like, I am stuck because a piece of like wall went through me. So I'm stuck. So I couldn't move. So I was like, alright. So I just quit and I never went back until, they fixed it, obviously.
Yeah.
And more people are playing 4 than Hardline. So
That is true. Hardline was one of those weird spin-off games that they released to just kind of make money in the off year, but
yeah, because of Call of Duty. Because Call of Duty
Yeah.
comes out with one every year. Battlefield never did that.
no, Battlefield was never an annual game. But I remember with Hardline they at least pushed it back.
They did, but it didn't.
It was supposed to come out that October, and they pushed it back to that March to give it more polish. And it did well initially, it then just died out real quick. That's all.
Yeah, I was like with Ghost and Advanced Warfare.
Right.
People bought it, and then it just went back to Black Ops 2.
That's Call of Duty is weird. Like if it's not Black Ops and if it's not Modern Warfare, they just don't care.
No. Well, a lot of people say Ghost is terrible, but I think Ghost is still better than Advanced Warfare in Black Ops
I
3.
agree. Ghost has this nice little speed to the multiplayer.
Yeah.
It's a little more frantic, it's faster, you can do a little more as a character, you
Yeah.
can slide, you can hurdle.
Steven gets
Exactly.
Yeah, you can bend around corners, there's there's a lot of...
And I love that, briefcase where it gives you a challenge of how to kill people.
Yeah,
And then you get, a care package.
yeah.
And my favorite map was that haunted map that they had, where you get to be Mike Myers running around.
Oh, yeah, you get to...
And it had a bunch of horror movies.
That was cool.
Easter eggs.
Yeah, they did some
I
really
liked
cool
it.
stuff with that.
That's what they should do.
Quick tangent. going from before we jump into Doug, or Chris was mentioning how For Honor needs to be pushed back because at this point it's a more niche game than Persona, which I think in America is still debatable, but in Japan, Persona 5 came out this week and lit it up.
Yeah.
Persona 5
It's a very
sold
Japanese game.
to 80% of the entire Japanese game market, and because of Persona 5, PlayStation 4, this statistic is insane, but it only makes sense when you realize that console sales in Japan have been on the decline for a while.
But Persona 5 has helped out the PlayStation.
Persona 5 came out the same time as the PlayStation Slim. So it was the PlayStation Slim debut, so the first price cut, and Persona 5
Second
came out.
price cut.
Not, well, yeah, but like a new price cut, Persona 5 came out. Guess how much PlayStation 4 sales jumped in Japan? Guess the percentage.
30?
150.
Chris? He says 150% increase.
Yeah.
You said 30%.
Oh, like 30.
30%. Doug?
I didn't hear that.
What percentage increase in sales do you think the PlayStation 4 got because of Persona 5?
Oh, from Japan?
Yeah.
With those numbers, I'd go at least 50.
17,000%.
I'm closer without going over.
What?
Wait, how is that a
PlayStation 4
They had
sales,
previously bought one.
17,000%.
That's insane because of Persona 5.
Yes.
That's
They probably have a bundle.
but that's how exciting that
Here's
game.
the
They
thing.
have one. They
This is why I mean that percentage only. It sounds super impressive, and it fucking is. But it's because even though the PlayStation 4 is the top-selling console in Japan, it's still its numbers compared to America. It makes it sound like nothing. This week, and they do it weekly instead of monthly, it sold 100,000, and that is a 17,000% increase
That's
from the
insane.
previous week.
That's
That's because if no one buys one,
Right.
like just one is 100%.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, to put it in perspective,
They were
like,
bringing them back.
The Xbox
Yeah,
One
that's
sold
numbers.
17, and that is like that. And before in normal weeks of PlayStation, without a price drop and a major release,
So-
it sells like 12,000.
So I got a
Yeah.
question. Is there a game that you will buy just a system for? Like, no, you don't care about any other
Right,
games.
like
But-
you're a
yeah.
system seller.
Yeah.
So, like for you, Halo.
Well, here's the thing. I don't believe in buying a system just for one game.
True, but you know in the back of your mind, Xbox will give you other games.
Oh, yeah.
But there's no way. Peace out, Steven. There's no,
Yeah.
you, Kevin, Dave,
Oh, yeah.
Zach, you guys get Xbox because you're going to get that Halo game.
Or
Other games are just bonus.
Yeah.
You know, this is funny because like we were talking about how Sony might have made a little mistakes in the past few weeks or in the past month with just like little PR hours, but then something like this happens. And we know through history with Sony, a game sells its system. Look at the PlayStation 1. Final Fantasy VII sold that system. If it wasn't for Final Fantasy VII, we wouldn't have the Sony we have. We wouldn't have the PlayStation. We wouldn't have this whole PlayStation 1.
It wasn't just 7. That whole year, like 7 hit.
Yeah,
the
there were,
same
like,
time
3
as Metal
games that
Gear.
year.
Yeah.
It was like Metal Gear Solid.
Didn't Legend Dragoon come out that time?
No,
That
that,
was
that
after.
happened 2 years after.
Yeah, but like you're talking about the both PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 had that one Christmas where it was the perfect storm of other games.
Right.
PlayStation 1, it was Final Fantasy VII, it was Metal Gear Solid, it was
Castlevania was probably in that list.
no, it was that was the generation where Madden took off and all the sports games
Yeah,
took
it's
off.
just-
PlayStation became the sports series. PlayStation 2 had that one Christmas where it was just like it was the Christmas that the GameCube and the Xbox came out, but the PlayStation 2 is in its second year and got in 1 month it got Grand Theft Auto 3, Metal Gear Solid 2, and Final Fantasy X.
Oh yeah.
It
like-
was that triple threat, and so
Yeah.
those were the only 3 games people cared about that Christmas. I forgot what we were talking about. I don't think Persona. Basically, I don't think Persona's
Yeah.
on that level in America.
Well, not in America, but in Japan, where console, like you were saying, the console sales were dropping. This is a good thing for Sony because they're getting a foothold back in Japan.
Oh no, that Japan's about to be hit with that resurgence because we've got Persona 5 this week, in a month or two we're getting Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
And then Dragon Quest is coming out, which is Japan's Holy Grail.
Yeah. So Sony is pretty.
Dragon Quest in Japan is so big that they no longer can sell it on a weekday.
That's funny.
Because people never show up to work or school.
It's sold on Saturday, and that's all.
It's the only game sold on Saturday.
No, but we're talking about what games we played.
Yes. No.
yeah.
Well,
Scott,
again,
You
we're going-
forgot to mention Crash Bandicoot 2. I'm just kidding.
Actually, that was huge.
That was
Crash Bandicoot 2.
Yeah.
You had, let's see, what is this? I'm looking at the PS1
97?
releases in 97.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider 2.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that was a big.
I forgot Tomb Raider was
Let's
another huge reason PlayStation
Yeah.
took off. Because these are all games that the
GTA.
N64 didn't have.
Yeah. Oddworld. It's actually a great year because you've got GoldenEye in there too. Like the 64 was doing great that year.
Yeah.
Tactics also came out in 97.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shut your mouth, Chris.
MDK, Vandal Hearts. I remember.
No, I'm
fucking
good.
Vandal Hearts. I love Vandal Hearts. Tekken 3,
You don't even know what your point
Mega Man 8, and Symphony of the Night. All that's 97.
Oh yeah, Symphony of the Night came out that year.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Too bad no one here likes that game.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
If they did, they should probably jump in and tell us why they liked it.
That's not any part of the conversation topic we're at.
I know. Well, actually, so we will get back to what we played, but
No.
Scott has a good question. Like, is there a game that makes you want to buy a system?
But I'm saying like, you're only gonna play this game on that system.
Like
'Cause I
only
had-
one game.
Yeah, only one game. Because
Well,
I
see,
had
the
people
closest
who.
thing-
Well, I have people that come in and
Or
like,
as far as you know, that's
like-
all you want.
Yeah.
That's all you're ever going to want.
like, yeah, as far as you know, because people are like, oh, I want to get this system just because of this game. Like,
I didn't think that happened anymore. Because it was
No,
just,
It still does. Not for people like us that
Yeah.
Yeah.
play a lot of games, but there's
also
a
because I
reason
just
you
felt like
have.
there was so much more cross-platform lately.
There's a reason you have
There
a
is.
bunch of the people that only buy a system for
Like-
Madden and Call of Duty.
yeah, Madden.
and Mario.
Right.
for-
Well, my immediate thought was I'm committed to myself to buying an NX because of Zelda.
well, you know you're gonna get the Mario.
Yeah,
But,
but I also know with
people-
Nintendo, I probably could wait another 2 years to care. But
Yeah.
since Zelda's a launch game, I'm going to be buying an NX for Zelda.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris? I mean, you usually have more
wait.
specific tastes.
I wait, and it doesn't matter because I'm very flexible. There's not any one thing that would. There has to be that one game that propels me to buy the system in the first place. But there's not anything
Oh,
kind of.
I've got it.
Driving that.
I've got it. Yeah, because I'm probably going to end up getting a PlayStation. I don't have consoles.
Right.
But
you're
I'll
more
probably
PC.
do that just for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
that's the first time I've had a thing come along and go, oh, I'm going to have to do that, aren't I, if I want to do that.
I mean, I'm sure you could wait because we're in
I
this
think it's
era
going to be
now
on
where
PC eventually? Or something?
Maybe.
if I was a betting man, eventually.
Yeah.
But we already know that PlayStation gets an exclusive, like,
Right out of the gate, yeah.
it's the only system it's going to be on initially. Whether or not, who knows how long you'll have to wait for it to pop up.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's one of the only games I'll want to play as soon as it comes out.
Yeah.
More so than New Final. I'm just not that into most of the stuff that's on consoles, but that draws me in because I've been waiting for that for too long. To like I'll just go, okay, fine. It's
Fine.
probably gonna blow like everything else I've waited
Hey, on the plus
20
side, by
years
the
to
time
get.
it comes out, the PlayStation 5 will be almost out, so the PlayStation 4 will be really cheap. What about you? You brought it up. I mean, I said Halo for you,
Yeah.
but I mean, what were you thinking?
I'm kind of like Chris. I really don't care too much. The only thing that draws me into getting a system is like I mostly play online, so it depends on that and where majority of friends go. That's usually
Yeah,
there's
that's-
really no.
That's another
game
big
that
thing is where
does that,
your friends
yeah.
are.
Yeah. Like, and if people tell me like, oh, I don't really care about that stuff, and I was like, all right, well, if you like, one-player games, whatever, and I told them like lists of games coming out for that, and it's like they're mostly on PS4, go to that
Just be an adult and buy all the systems,
or that.
and then you won't.
That
feel
used to
bad.
be a thing you could do.
Yeah, it used to be.
Now it's I think I gotta put that down payment instead.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Back to Doug. What have you played this week?
Nothing. I played Make Hot Dogs.
It's a great game.
Doesn't sound very
Horrible
fun.
game.
Sounds like a VR game.
10 out of 10.
It really does. It sounds like an Oculus Rift game.
It also sounds like a Nintendo Gen 1 game, like you just make hot dogs, you know? You just
No,
make
it sounds
hot
like a
dogs.
Wii, an original Wii shovelware game, like Hot Dog Maker Wii. By the maker of Carnival games.
I bet you the Mega Man guy's working on that game right now. There's
No,
robots.
because there's no robot. Okay, as long as there's robots.
Robot hot dogs.
Can it kickstart
Bot
that?
dogs, that's what it's called.
Bot dogs?
Yeah. He's gonna take that idea right
And
now.
you actually have the hot
It's
dog
real
robot
glitchy,
actually
is the thing.
shaped like a dog, a hot dog.
This
This
sounds
sounds the dog.
This sounds awful. All of this sounds awful.
Kickstart it and then start an anime series.
And they shoot ketchup and mustard.
Halfway through development, start a second Kickstarter for
Yeah, all the
And the
hands
mustard
gun
DLC.
things are like condiments. You know?
Yeah.
You shoot them at the hot dogs.
relish, chili.
Sure. You
Relish man.
You could be the condiment king.
Or you can be that one no one likes,
Yeah.
Sauerkraut
Condiment
Man.
King.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Coming this fall. It's gonna be full
Coming
of glitches.
fall 2017.
Oh god.
Full of glitches.
Spot with a official license by the what's the professional eaters thing that do the hot
Oh
dog
god,
eaters?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hot dog.
For Coney
No,
Island,
but there's
Nathan's
a league,
Hot Dog, and
there's
the
a-
official
what's the
food
name
eating
of the-
competition.
What's the name of the league for the eating competition?
Competitive eating league.
Yeah, or something like that.
Competitive eaters in
We have
America.
it'll have the official license for that, and will be sponsored
And
by.
Overeaters Anonymous. We'll just
Oh my god.
We are ridiculous.
That's awful.
Riddonk. Okay, Josh.
Go on.
Yeah. I wanted to play the Digimon Cyber Sleuth, the sleeper
Hit of the year?
I didn't really have a chance due to work, and I started Rise of Iron with Destiny, and very, very satisfied with it. And the graphic overhaul for the game
Do me a
is.
favor. Turner Scott, sell him on returning to Destiny for
Actually,
Rise of Iron.
I guess I don't have
to.
Yeah, it's great. They
so bad though.
it's kind of like the game's been completed.
Yeah.
Like after everyone
the
was
beta's finally
yeah,
over.
the beta's
That's
finally
actually what I've
over.
heard from a lot of people. Is like
Yeah.
this is.
It's a complete game.
It's
and
like it's like playing a World of Warcraft game
Yeah.
where it's unrecognizable from its launch.
I just hate that I'm putting so much money into it from day one, and
it's now $60.
yeah.
It is the Warcraft model.
Yeah, but it's kind of a way where like I've had some really great times with my guild, in my clan, whatever. The clan in Destiny from day one, it's just been a great experience. Even if I put money into the game, it's always been a great experience because everybody that's in the clan are people that I interact with like in real life. So it's not like one of those things where everyone is like all over the world.
Right.
It's like
It helps
it's
when
a
you're
it's
playing
a
with people.
it's a good friends group that I either worked with before or so on. And the graphic overhaul is really nice. They tweaked a lot of the weapons. The new Crucible game mode, Supremacy,
I saw that. That looked good.
is amazing.
It's pretty much if you play Call of Duty, it's kill confirmed.
Yeah,
Essentially.
and the new enemy types are really fun to fight against.
They
and
do
it's-
look different.
and
a lot
they
different.
fight differently, and they're a little more frantic, and they swarm you really quick. And the story's really fun.
And
and
I heard they changed the storyline. Like
Yeah.
the ghost is a lot more laid back.
yeah,
and fun.
it's got a little fun stuff going on. There's a lot of hidden stuff happening.
There's cutscenes before every mission, so
Yeah.
it feels like there's a story.
And the good thing is, like, there are a lot of, and when you look at the game as a whole now, because you've got to now look at Destiny as a whole game, because it's complete, there are a lot of things to do in this game now. Like, if you pick up the game today, you have a lot to do.
Yeah.
And the good thing is, they've brought back all the Year 1 weapons and all the Year 1 gear in this expansion. So you don't feel left out. So you have, from Year 1 and Year 2,
you can fuse the
you can fuse the things in, so you can look different from everyone else. Your play styles can be tweaked in certain ways you want, and there's a lot of cool little things with the artifacts now. Like there's one where if you melee an enemy, they become an ally, so they'll start fighting with you.
Nice.
And then there's a new like horde mode where it's an arena. It's like this Mad Max type arena where they throw you in, and then like you get swarmed by enemies, and you're kind of like, deal with it. If you die, you die. Just you have to fight off like 90 guys. So it's a really cool thing, and it's really fun to play again. And I say Bungie did a really good job. When you look at the game as a whole, Bungie did a really good job.
Took a while, probably.
But it is what it is. It's like
no, it is.
Yeah, Halo, you had to have
Love
Halo
it or
1.
hate it, this is the new model of video games.
Yeah.
Games as service, like games like League of Legends are unrecognizable.
That's-
That's another
yeah.
point.
Well, I mean,
That is why PC exists. But it's like the games on PC as well, though. It's like World of Warcraft. It's like League of Legends. It's like Dota, or even games like Overwatch today is different than Overwatch of a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With all
And-
the
I mean, my
Team
thing is,
Fortress 2.
they were already doing this. They were already basically doing that game, but they weren't doing anything. Like, if you're going to have this open, empty of story thing, and you're going to change things without telling me, and never let me get the original game back, right? Like, just change voice actors, do whatever you want, and retcon the whole thing, then you should drop events in. You should full Warcraft it.
Yeah.
Where we're going to just drop a meteor on you, and overnight there's a new thing that you have to do.
And it's kind of funny, Doug bring this up, and I was talking to him about this a week ago. Apparently, they put an item on Mars. A player found it, and it was a nanite infection. So that player went into the Crucible, and people wind up killing them, and then they got infected with these little nanobots that would increase your reputation, your experience, and all that stuff. So eventually, you got to a point that Bungie had a website set up with an augmented reality to let you know all the players in the world who got infected with this little
cool.
little
And that
thing.
leads into
And it
the
leads in-
expansion.
Yeah, and
And
it
it's
led
like-
to the expansion.
I like that. That's what you want out of it. Like, right? If you're gonna do this at all, you should have a thing where that guy will now always be the guy that opened the box. And it'll be a real thing that happened in their real time sort of world. And he opened that box and unleashed the expansion that was always going to happen.
Right.
And I do think like there should be stuff that happens live, and that's what becomes the draw. Because then it's like you are in a world, and you went to sleep, and you woke up, and everything was fucked. That's great.
Right.
Otherwise, make it a game. Make it a regular
me of the World
game.
of Warcraft stuff.
Yeah.
Before every expansion, they have these
Little prequel. Yeah.
world
Labs and
events
stuff.
Yeah.
that never repeat because it was only
It's only for
Like,
that
so Legion
hour
just
or
came
whatever.
out.
Yeah.
in the weeks leading up to Legion's release, the world would be invaded randomly by hordes of demons, and then Horde and Alliance would team up and fight them off in these big world events, and you would get like exclusive loot and gear and stuff. But if you bought the game now, that's something you'd never be able to do. That is the reward for playing the game before each new expansion. And they've done it before. Before Cataclysm came out and they reshaped the entire world, you got to play through the events that reshaped the world once the expansion went live.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that makes it cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have to me, like Destiny wasn't going far enough yet, and now I'm kind of okay with like jumping on.
This is what's making me really more excited with Destiny 2 when that comes out.
I feel like Destiny 2 is
It's gonna
really
be so
going
much. It's gonna be better
Yes.
because they learn from their mistakes in this whole 3 years.
Okay.
So
And that's a good sign.
No,
if a
that-
company can learn
yeah.
from their mistakes and cater the game to the players and
Yeah.
work with the players and get like a lot of good feedback and still maintain
I
the
would-
numbers of consumers and the number of gamers, then it's a success.
I would be very surprised if two things don't happen with Destiny 2. A way to transfer a character, and
Yeah.
a way, and if they launch as bare bones as Destiny 1.
it's not.
There's-
Yeah,
there's
it-
no way.
no.
There's
yeah.
no way it's gonna be like.
There's no way.
But I don't think there's going to be like a rush to upgrade your character when Destiny 2 comes out, because I think everyone's just going to start at the same type of level for Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I think something will transfer over
Oh, yeah.
to make it so that all your
I'm
progress.
assuming like some weapons, but you can't use it to like a certain level or something.
Yeah, or
That
or
would
you
make
just
sense.
get some kind of like
Special bonus.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the mail type of thing.
Right.
I
Chris,
did see someone climb a mountain to get a fragment.
I saw that.
It took like 30 minutes.
I
For
saw
them to get over
Kotaku had a thing. It was
Yeah.
like Prime Mountain. What about you, Chris? What about your week?
I played a lot this week, actually. Well, first of all, I had a lull, and I went into the backlog drawer.
Oh!
Yes, and I picked the oldest game in there, which was the Metro remasters for the PS4. And I started playing the first one, and it's okay. It's merely okay. I was gonna force myself to do that, but then I was on Twitch and I saw someone playing BioShock, the remaster, and I had to go out and buy it because
You got that bug
I came to the realization I think BioShock is in my top 3 games
of
all time.
So
Easily.
So how is the remaster?
It's fine. It's got some weird things where textures don't load in some places, but that's really fixed by saving the game and they all pop back in.
Okay.
It's just BioShock, and that's just what I wanted. It's not. It's a little prettier looking, but it's not different gameplay wise.
Okay, good.
So I just finished one, and I'm replaying it now to get the evil ending on New Game Plus.
You're gonna be playing Bioshock 2.
Yes, I'm planning on playing all of them. Hopefully, I can beat them all before the next game comes out in October. Because I liked Bioshock 1. I liked Bioshock 2 when it came out, but I haven't really played it in a long time. And I didn't like Infinite at all. So I need...
You're like the only one.
I liked Infinite.
I did not care for Infinite at all. I thought Infinite was way too nonsensical. And wasn't fun. It was too much. It was too many pitched battles and not enough exploring.
Well,
I
granted,
didn't
you
care
could
for it.
like in Infinite, you could just like set the find a chokehold, set a crow's nest thing.
True,
just
that is
have
what I
it
did
on.
every freaking time.
Yeah, but that is a good point. There's not the exploration that you had in.
And I also
other two.
didn't really care for Columbia as a setting. Like initially, I thought it was cool, and then it's just
No, Rapture was.
I could see
Rapture
that.
was way more
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was telling when the Bioshock DLC was like, let's go back to Rapture.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
good point.
And also no characters that Infinite developed were as good as any of the characters in
Oh
Bioshock.
yeah.
No.
In the first Bioshock.
Like Comstock sucks.
yeah.
and
The first Bioshock.
There's no Andrew
villains.
Ryan.
I thought, well,
Yeah.
like I thought the first Bioshock, like the story was so much better than any of the others.
True.
Gameplay wise, 2 was probably better. 3 was just in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just remember Bioshock. The first encounter with Big Daddy was just kind of like, oh shit.
It was one of those defining generational moments.
Yes.
And because the Bioshock came out and was a 360 exclusive, like, it was
For, like,
one of those
like,
games.
half a year.
Yeah.
It was like a full year.
I thought it was half a
No,
year.
I
It was exclusive for a while.
It was
Yeah.
2007. It didn't
Kinda
come
like
out on PS3 until 2008.
That was like Assassin's Creed as well.
It's
That was multi-platform.
but
At first it wasn't.
But regardless, I'm glad they're out. I'm glad to get the chance to replay them on
It
a
wasn't
fresh
going to.
fresh gamer score.
Okay.
Because I realized also another thing. One of the reasons why I like the Xbox is I do like achievement getting. There's something very visceral about the ding of achievements that the PlayStation has never been able to capture. Yeah,
Whatever it is.
the little pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? Trophies are neat, but they're not the same.
Does it
And-
have a sound for?
It does.
Yeah, kind of. It's just not the same.
Well, that's because achievements were the iconic original.
Yeah. So I really enjoy going for the achievements. So if I go for any more remasters, it'd probably be on the Xbox
Alright.
because I like the achievements.
So you're gonna do the same thing with Skyrim?
No, fuck Skyrim. I do it Batman on the Xbox
Fair enough.
because I already had it on the
I'm
PlayStation.
hurt that I heard fuck
I
Skyrim.
still need to get.
Listen, I like Skyrim just fine. However, I never finish it because there's so much going on. It's my Fallout. It's Fallout 4
Yeah.
where I like it, but there's too much, and
Okay.
I just don't. And I end up
Oh, yeah,
not
it was
caring.
originally a PS3 game.
So what about some comic news?
Oh, I haven't gone yet.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because you were out of town.
Wait, what?
He was still playing Dokkan Battle. What were you,
Always playing Dokkan
what were you
Battle.
playing, Matt?
Oh,
Dokkan Battle.
I played a lot of Dokkan Battle. No, I played a lot of handheld games because I was traveling.
Okay.
I started up on my 3DS Mario and Luigi Paper Jam,
Oh.
which is the merger of Nintendo's 2 Mario RPG franchises.
Yeah, that's kind of why I want to play that because it's pretty much a sequel
So-
to Mario RPG.
It's the Mario and Luigi franchise is always a very humorous game. Mario and Luigi don't actually talk, but they're very expressive, and everyone just shits all over Luigi, and it's hilarious.
Poor Luigi.
And in this one, Luigi accidentally knocks down a book containing the universe of Paper Mario, and everyone spills out into our world So it's all the Paper Mario equivalents meeting their real-life counterparts and being like, why are you flat? Why are you round? And then you team up with Paper Mario to take down the dual Bowser armies.
And Hecticans.
It's kind of hilarious so far. I'm not too far in. I've got all 3 of them, and I'm experimenting with all the abilities.
Okay.
Very humorous. It's enjoyable. And then I actually blew the dust off the old Vita.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I played it.
That's a thing.
Started playing an indie adventure game called Alone with You, where you play as a settler on a terraforming mission gone wrong. And it starts when all the other humans are dead, and it's just you and the AI trying to find a way for you to get home.
Okay.
Because apparently they misread the weather, and the acid rain was way too strong. Ate through a lot of the buildings and made all the robots like short out, and so all the humans died out. It's just you, and you try and escape. You don't speak, and you have to comb through the remains of the dead specialists and their ruins to try and find a way home. So that's really fun. It's all done in a really beautiful pixel art style, which you know is my jam.
There it is.
But beyond that, this man is talking about Pokemon Sun and Moon. They just came out with a new trailer
Oh, I saw that.
showing off some new characters.
Okay, I guess we can watch.
You
the
know what?
video.
I actually think Pokemon Sun and Moon will be the last. And they're going to reboot the series.
I would not be surprised. Because at a certain point it just becomes too bloated.
Yes.
Now, the problem is they've already rebooted the series 3 times. We've got Fire Red and Leaf Green, and we got Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and we got Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Well, those were like... I'd say those are completely different.
Yeah. But the problem is I don't think they're ever going to reboot and make people feel
Like it's new again?
like everything they did is pointless. Like, with each one of these games, all your progress can carry over.
Yeah.
So it keeps longtime fans really invested. But yeah, no, so we saw some new Pokemon. We saw this new trailer focused specifically on the exclusive Sun and Moon Pokemon. And they showed a Pokemon that there's no way everyone in the world will not name him Harambe.
Oh wow.
It is a giant psychic gorilla.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's an orangutan, but it doesn't matter. Everyone's going to call him Harambe.
Yeah.
And the other version is a football-playing chimpanzee.
So, never mind.
Yeah.
I was going to say...
Football or football?
I don't know, man. The Japanese are, yeah.
No, it's So I'm just going to show you
Okay.
the one and tell me that they won't call him Harambe.
Oh no, yeah, that's Harambe.
It's definitely Harambe, and then that's
Yeah.
the football-playing one.
Yeah, it's Harambe.
It is, and I guarantee you,
Like
if you go
soccer
online and
or
someone
football?
plays him,
Like,
he throws a ball with his hand. So I'm going American football.
okay.
Yeah.
Handball.
It's handball.
Handball. Because that's a real sport. We learned that in the Olympics.
Different. Yeah.
Oh, and I love this. Someone made a
Rainbow.
fake Pokemon just called Harambe, and he's a ghost Pokemon.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not as terrible as you think.
But then we also
Harambe,
got to see some
when the
new
walls
Z-Arts
fell.
moves specific to Pikachu and Eevee, which was cool. It wasn't that big a trailer, it was just showing off some new ones.
Yeah.
Pokemon Moon gets a werewolf Pokemon, which is cool.
That makes sense.
So,
A werewolf Pokemon?
Mhm.
So a human turns into a Pokemon?
no, but it's
Human
just-
are Pokemon
it's
stuff.
a wolf
That's
Pokemon.
a theory, Chris.
It's factual.
No, that's a theory.
Nope.
Human or Pokemon?
That human in the Pokemon universe are
The most evolved
most
Pokemon.
evolved Pokemon.
There you go.
Except, why don't we learn, like, Tidal Wave?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, human or
We
Pokemon,
surf.
why can't we learn anything?
We can, sir.
We can.
No, we can't.
Yeah, we learned
Chris,
surf.
we could do
If
more.
human come from Pokemon, then why are they still Pokemon?
Boom!
What?
Boom! What?
Science. I'm just saying.
No, Chris, humans can learn how to surf.
Yeah?
Yeah. We also learn really cool moves like mathematics and computer programming.
And
Mathematics!
cut.
And atom bomb.
What about
I
that?
learned cut.
But listen, we
Human.
can't cut anything.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, how many branches you cut down by yourself?
Who cares? We
No!
learn how to cut.
No.
Yeah,
No,
we
not
learn how to
who
cut.
cares. Who cuts down the branches? Your slave Pokemon does.
No, we do.
No.
With our chainsaws.
No, you don't. Your slaves do it.
Oh, humans only develop one power.
Yeah.
enslavement.
Yeah. But it's the most powerful power.
Oh wow! All right, guys.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah,
This is getting dangerously
there's some really good comics.
I'm not taking any chances. I'm brown as fuck. You guys shouldn't be participating in my game.
I didn't say
I'm not. I'm not.
To be fair, Scott's Jesus. So.
That's
Yeah.
true.
No, he's not.
No.
Whatever, Jesus.
He's an artist rendering of Jesus.
Artist rendering. All right. So, Chris, you got some news for us?
Sure.
Give us some comic news and hope it's good.
Or what?
Or we're gonna move you along?
Yeah, we're just gonna go and talk about Civil War 2.
That's just how every podcast is. What do I care?
Wow, you are just salty as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I'm turning from salt to vinegar.
As we speak.
He's like a potato chip.
Keep going.
This was a couple weeks ago. Did we talk about Alan Moore retiring from comics?
We did.
Okay, good.
No, I don't think we did. I just remember discussing with somebody and being like, finally.
Yep. That is my response entirely.
What? Batman.
Grumpy old fuck.
Oh, jeez.
Look, the problem with Alan Moore was he was good in his time, but now he's such a bitter little bastard.
Yeah.
And weird.
Everything he does,
been
all
weird.
he does is complain.
Yeah,
and it's
he's
just exhausting.
as Grant Morrison has said, he's never said a nice word about another creator.
Yeah.
And he's constantly talking about how juvenile comic books have become while trying to sell you his.
Yeah.
It's really strange.
Yes.
He's just
Don't-
old. This is what old people do.
Don't buy this issue of Batman. Buy my fanfic where Wendy,
Yes.
Susan, and Alice all get up and bang each
That's
other.
the thing where like he's
For 400
constantly accusing
pages.
Grant Morrison of ripping him off, but
Yeah.
Grant Morrison's books are the most original books you will ever read.
Not-
and everything
not
Alan
good,
Moore does has
but
been other
original.
people's characters.
No, but Grant
Also,
Morrison.
Superman is
Grant Morrison's
fucking
books are
garbage.
good. He just can't end them well.
I don't like.
Are you kidding? Have you ever read the ending of Invisibles?
No, but I read the ending of Animal Man, and that was his.
Oh, that book, that's a fucking.
To be fair, he's got a point.
No.
Grant Morrison writes himself into a corner a lot.
Yeah.
The
But
ending
Invisibles
of-
has like the best ending of any book ever.
The ending of Final Crisis with the cosmic vampire.
Also, Scott, you look, we're still talking about superhero books that
Okay.
Grant Morrison did.
Yeah.
And like that's
And
work for hire.
Look,
so you
Batman
can't end
rest-
Batman or the
Batman
DC
rest in
universe.
peace.
Final Crisis should have been the thing that led directly into New 52. And
Well-
instead, he had to kill Batman like fucking 3 times before it took.
Batman rest in peace with the Batman of Enzu Navarre or whatever.
Enzara.
Enzara, yeah. Screw that noise. Also, All-Star Superman, hot garbage in comic book form. That was-
You are a preposterous person.
It's
You
not-
are.
You're just
You are
saying
a
to be
Nickelback.
contrary.
No, it is so
He does
boring.
like
I have
that.
tried to read it. I have
You have
watched the
failed
animated film.
because you're
and
actually
I
not
feel
focused enough.
like cutting myself.
You know, that's actually the only Superman book.
It's the only
I've
one
ever
worth
read.
fucking
makes
reading.
perfect sense.
And I
You
don't
also like Cyclops as written by other people. Like, it just doesn't
Yeah,
make any sense.
Really?
Cyclops
Wait, no.
was right.
Time out. So
Cyclops, am I wrong, Chris? Or is
So-
Cyclops right?
Cyclops is right.
Boom.
So you like unfixed Superman, probably.
What?
Like, All-Star Superman is a good version of Superman, which is why you don't like him. Because you like the shitty asshole Superman that everybody else writes.
No. I love... The Superman book we're going to talk about today is an amazing Superman.
Which means I probably hate that comic.
Here, give it a quick read, super fast while we talk. Chris, what's our news? Was that all you had?
No.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow, he is so mean.
he's like a bag of salt and vinegar chips.
There's an
Why
extended.
people love him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an extended Arrow trailer that looks pretty cool. Looks
Okay.
like this season's going to be way more action-packed.
Ooh, action-packed Arrow.
Yes. Speaking of which, the 100th episode of Arrow is this season. Got to get that sweet syndication money. It's going to be in the middle of the big 4-part mega crossover, and it's going to be directed by their biggest stuntman guy.
Ooh.
So it should be super crazy and fun.
Super stunty.
Yes. Got a trailer for Supergirl Season 2, or should I say Superman and Supergirl kind of shows up. Because she's, not the star of her show anymore. It's Superman.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem with introducing Superman. That's why I'm really hoping they kill him as part of a Crisis on Infinite Earths that brings her in.
Or just so that he fucks off.
Well, they usually kill Supergirl in those crises.
Yeah.
So I think it would be fun to kill Superman and leave her as the sole super person in
Hey.
the CW verse.
Hey guys, Constantine's coming to Blu-ray in October. If you want to save it, now's the time.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Please buy it.
Nothing's going to save it.
No,
No, but
I'm
I
still
don't think they're
buying
going to ever have a Constantine show until Supernatural goes off the air. However, I think John Constantine should be a recurring universe character.
He will be.
He should be.
As soon as Matt Ryan has time and comes back and bleaches his hair.
Here's the thing: they're already keeping him constant. He's the voice of Constantine in the animated movies now.
They're associating Matt Ryan.
He's already popped
with
up
the
in
character.
Arrow, so he's already established in that continuity. So,
I would just like him in like a League of Tomorrow and a Super. Like, I like him as the mystical presence, the way he was originally when he just showed up in Swamp Thing and Sandman and a couple other characters and unified before Hellblazer came out.
Right.
He's pretty much like the Spider-Man of DC to unify people. Because Spider-Man always does like
He pops up in every
so
book.
just pop up in everything else. Yeah, I really enjoyed Constantine's little bits, and I will definitely be buying it when it comes out because I really enjoyed the
I would
first
borrow
and
it.
only season. I'll let you borrow
Because I
it.
never seen it.
I'll let you borrow it.
Actually, well, I do it.
All right, what's next?
Someone there.
Todd McFarlane assures us there's a new Spawn movie coming out.
Oh,
As he does once a year.
no.
It's still the same pitch too. It's the one where it's about the detectives, not about Spawn. And Spawn's like an external.
There is a great Spawn movie, and it's the one that's on HBO.
It's called the HBO cartoon series.
It's all you need.
It
You
is.
watch that.
It really is.
You don't need any more Spawn.
Well, you know what? Spawn live action movie.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yes,
There's only
it's bad.
one.
It's literally bad.
There's
That's
only
the word
one.
you use. It's not horrible. It's not awful.
It's not bad.
exactly bad.
It's not bad.
There's only one.
It's precisely bad.
It's
the
not-
CG is good.
It's not
That's
the
it.
Phantom. All right. It's
yeah,
not
it's not
that.
the.
Hey, wait up. No one talks bad about Billy Zane.
Hey, Ben Affleck
Guess
was a
what?
bomb in Phantoms.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm going for
different.
later.
Done. No one talks bad about Billy Zane.
I'm going to do it on a message board
To
later.
be
Done.
fair, no one talks about Billy Zane. So,
But John
You know.
Lozano was really good in Spawn.
Yeah.
That was the only good actor.
Yeah, he did a really good job for a guy who was playing a part that Danny DeVito clearly should have gotten.
Right?
No,
I feel like it was
Danny,
great
if
guys.
Danny DeVito did that, I think it would not.
real talk, I would
I don't think
rather a
Danny
sequel
DeVito
to
could do that
Pluto
movie.
Nash than I would to see a new Spawn movie.
Moving on.
What about Blank Man?
I'd also take a Blank Man.
Blank Man.
What about Meteor Man?
I'd also take a Meteor Man.
The exact midway point between Blank Man and Pluto Nash.
Yeah.
Yeah, Meteor Man's a good one.
Jessica Jones season 2 is halfway written at this point. They should really get it all the way written.
Before they
So
start.
hyped
Maybe
for
you
Luke
should-
Cage.
Luke Cage
Dude.
at the end of this month. I know.
It looks so fucking good.
Bryan Cranston really wants to play Mr. Sinister for some reason.
Rob Lowe all the way. Cranston wants to play somebody. I think it's sad that they didn't hire him to play.
You know what?
Gordon.
You know what? It's gonna be great. He's been Mr. Sinister for about the 5 minutes of that movie,
Right.
and then Aaron Richards. What's that kid's name from Godzilla?
Kick-Ass?
Yeah, Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass is gonna show up and take it over for the rest of it.
If only.
Man of Steel sequel has been confirmed by Henry Cavill's manager, so we can look forward to that at some point.
That was already.
Well, now it's super confirmed.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
The most
super.
confirmed.
Speaking of which, the Time Warner CEO says the DC films have, quote unquote, a little room for improvement.
One more thing.
Whoa, hey, that. Do you know how rare it is for
anyone to say
executives
anything
to actually
that
admit
isn't
that?
Shia
But it's
LaBeouf.
a Time Warner, they're kind of like, we can fix this, but
Name
we're
one
not.
time they've ever admitted
The
that. No,
base-
they are. That's the whole point. Jeff Johns is in
The
charge.
thrust basically is, I mean, they made us a lot of money. They could probably be better.
They could.
They've established that they're lucrative. Now they just want them to be good and lucrative.
They're not just established that they're lucrative. They've established that they're lucrative no matter what. Which maybe somebody went, oh, then we might as well make them good.
Let's just try.
What? Trying is
Hey,
hard.
Chris, look.
What?
Hey.
Hey!
That's awesome.
Yay.
What else? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. swears they're going to tie into Doctor Strange.
They better, because it's.
It is the
what?
magic year.
It's
Ghost
gonna be
Rider
like
showed up.
no. It's gonna be like
He keeps calling your
These
ultimatum.
big proclamations, like they fucking better.
Right? Or else.
Or they're gonna lose 1 out of 100,000 viewers.
That's it. I don't even watch the show. I'm just saying.
So it
they
doesn't
better.
You have nothing but hollow threats.
I know.
All you can do is threaten and not start.
Yeah.
They said Doctor Strange will be a bouncing ground for any ideas we have. So none of them. Got it.
no. It's just,
Ron
it's just-
Perlmutter's just grandstanding, trying to pretend he still has any kind of connection.
It's just gonna be like, oh, Doctor Strange this event happened and we're here to do this.
Yeah.
He looks some
And that's
magic
it.
remnant.
Oh man, remember that Thor: The Dark World crossover?
Oh,
where they
my
were
God.
Like, man, that thing with Thor was nuts.
Here's
Yeah,
the
that's what
Doctor
they're
Strange one. Hey guys, did you see Stephen Strange the other day? I did. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Here's this guy who's the sorcerer, not supreme.
Yeah.
Hey.
Here's God, what's his name? Voodoo. Brother Voodoo.
Baron.
But
Baron
not
Von
brother
Voodoo?
But not Brother Voodoo. It's gonna be his brother.
Brother.
It's the brother of Brother Voodoo.
What about Sister Voodoo?
No, it's brother of Brother
Brother-
Voodoo. He doesn't
brother-
actually have
brother-
magic
brother-
powers.
brother Voodoo?
but
Cousin
he
Voodoo?
knows. He knows about it.
Nephew Doodoo?
Oh god.
Here's the thing though, Ghost Rider's in there now, so they have at least one magical connection.
Yeah, that's what they've done.
So that's enough.
That's all they need.
Put your foot in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Archie Comics is going to launch Reggie and Me, which is a comic devoted strictly to Reggie Mantle. So
Which
that
is
should be
amazing.
a lot of fun.
Look, their Twitter account, the Archie Twitter account, is right up there with the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter account. It is delightful and amazing. All they do is post out of context pictures from old Archie comics and make it sound as dirty and awful as possible.
That's good.
That's good social media presence.
That's excellent.
The solicits came out. The only thing really of note is that Jennifer Waters is going to have her own series again, purely called Hulk. Not She-Hulk, or not She-Hulk Attorney at Law, just Hulk.
So it's going to be drawn as if it's Ang Lee.
Oh, I hope not. It's going to be written by Mariko Tamaki, and that should be interesting to say the least.
Is it still what's the name of the Awesome Hulk or whatever?
Oh, he's going to be around.
Totally awesome.
He's going to be doing his own
Yeah,
thing.
because he's
Okay.
Hulk.
Yeah.
This
Hulk.
is She-Hulk.
Okay.
But She-Hulk's book is going to be called Hulk.
Yeah, they're taking. I noticed there's a trend of Marvel taking off the genderification of
Yep.
their
That's probably a good idea.
names.
It's probably a good call.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie will produce and star in a standalone Harley Quinn movie. Good luck.
She'll probably be in a normal outfit now. That's what producing means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets to pick her clothes.
Really means her stunt double's going to be on there. She's going to pull a Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing any makeup for this movie.
I've got a makeup double.
Dan Slott went online and said the retailers are not ordering enough copies of Spider Clones despite it being the mainstream Spider book. That bodes really poorly.
You know why?
Why?
Because all anyone cares about now is Miles Morales' Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Fun fact, Dan Slott will have written 1 out of every 5 issues of Spider-Man.
Yep.
That's
how prolific he is in Spider-Man now. He's been the Spider-Man writer
For a while.
for
To be enough to be 1 out of every 5 Spider-Man
like
stories.
10, I think for the past decade, which doesn't sound like 1 out of 5.
But there's a lot
Until
of
you
books.
realize that since he started, it moved to like a buy and try weekly or monthly comic book.
His output is so impressive.
Massive.
When you consider the fact that Spider-Man was basically weekly for
Yeah.
a couple of months, and that he's still writing Spider-Man and all the spin-offs and all the events and everything. He does so much.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what this means is by the time Spider-Man ends, he's done.
Yeah,
Like
he's burned out.
he won't. It's like Chris Claremont. Once Chris Claremont stopped writing X-Men.
He'll be like the spider totem lady that is at the center of
Yeah.
the web of the universe. He'll
Yeah.
just
Madam Web?
disintegrate.
Madam
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Dietchen Lockman has been cast as Roulette in the Supergirl show. My favorite character no one ever talks about.
Man, Roulette's awesome.
There's probably
I like Ethan Lockman, so
Well,
I don't know why I'm saying it like a Hebrew, but you know.
And finally, DC and IDW are teaming up for the Love is Love anthology to benefit
Yes.
the Orlando shooting victims.
Oh cool.
This is awesome because not only it's going to be a 144-page graphic novel with just a ton of short stories by several different writers. and
Basically
artists.
everyone.
And it's only going to be $10.
Oh cool.
Yeah, and the cover is just fucking gorgeous. It's a Batwoman waving a flag that on one side is the American flag, on the other side it's the gay pride flag.
Okay.
And it's Batwoman holding it, which is perfect because she's the most prominent lesbian superhero they got. It's really cool. They're teaming up with IDW of all people to do it.
That's interesting.
It's kinda weird.
Isn't DC own IDW?
No, IDW is the independent one that does like My Little Pony and
Yeah,
Gem
they do a lot of
They do
license
G.I. Joe.
work.
Yeah, they do all the licensed stuff.
Them and
But they've
Dynamite.
teamed up with them already. Like
Ninja
started this week,
Turtles.
Batman crossover with Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. So that probably
And Green
established a
Lantern
relationship.
Corps teamed up with Star Trek. stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
And Planet of the
that was
Apes.
so boring.
Yeah.
Star Trek and Planet of the Apes, the Primate Directive.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So we got comics to talk about,
yeah.
and then we got some comic gaming news when we roll out.
Great.
I have to read that because that's so awful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fanfics, nothing but fanfics.
Actually, you know what? No, let's launch into our second video game discussion, then we'll talk comics.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Did you read it?
No.
Oh.
It was
Jokes on
super
you.
boring. So.
I get it.
You're the worst. Alright, so our next comic book discussion is, you can't shake a stick on social media this week without seeing someone do the describe yourself in 3 fictional characters.
I
meme.
haven't seen
Oh,
this.
God, I was
You don't have social
much.
media.
He's
Yeah.
not on social media.
That's why I'm not on
Like,
social
Doug did it,
Yeah.
I did it, our friend Kevin did it, our friend Gary, like, everyone I've seen, and then Twitter's filled with them. So I thought it'd be fun to do a video game version. So pick 3 video game characters that describe you as a person.
Can I pick an NPC?
Is it a video game?
Yeah.
It's
Good guess.
Yeah. Hold the pen.
The guy at the item shop
The bartender and
who gets lit on fire, the one in the community video game whose entire family gets murdered.
The shopkeep.
Yeah.
That was such a good episode.
Oh, it's so good.
I don't know.
So who wants to go first?
Mhm.
Let's make Chris go first.
Let's go
Let's
first.
have him engage.
Barracks.
I would say the main character that describes me most is Wario.
So
Wario.
You're part Wario.
Fuck you! I'm not gonna win.
I'm part Wario. I feel very Wario inside myself. Who else? See, that's tough. Because I don't really identify with anyone aside from Wario.
He has no empathy.
my video game, empathy is dead.
Let's go with, I don't know, Waluigi?
Wario,
Waluigi, and Wapeach?
What?
Wapeach. Is it literally Wapeach? That sounds racist.
I don't think that's true.
It's
It's not true.
Picking that up.
Chris.
What? I don't know. I'm telling you.
So do you want me to come back to you, give you more time
Yes,
to think?
please.
Okay. And you know what? This is your own interpretation. I
Yeah.
don't care what anyone else has to say. So when I say I'm part Nathan Drake, fuck you, I'm part Nathan Drake.
So you kill random people for no reason.
I am I think on the outside I'm very charming, but I'm actually a homicidal murderer. That's fine. Wait, is that? That's what I said. I think I am, but I'm actually a murderer. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm. Ooh,
Nope, not that guy.
I'm also gonna say I'm part Mighty Number 9 because I thought I was gonna be
Ultimately
really cool,
disappointing.
but ultimately disappointing.
Oh boy.
That's amazing. That's the
Yeah,
best one you could
yeah,
pick
that's
yourself.
Oh, you guys are all really hurtful. And I'm probably. I seriously.
Everyone jumped on that really quickly.
It's a pylon, right?
Yeah, you guys are jerks.
Yeah.
We must
Must
construct.
construct a digital pylon.
And then probably Locke from Final Fantasy VI.
Oh, okay. I was gonna also pick Locke.
Cool.
You could. Chris is probably more like Strago.
Oh yeah.
Just really
Old,
old,
grumpy man.
just old grumpy
That's
man.
your Sully. Don't even.
I am okay. So Wario and Sully.
Actually, you do Shrek.
Drake, you homicidal maniac.
Drake, you son of a bitch.
Killing everybody again.
Also,
Why is it always minorities with you, Drake?
Chris are also Peter Dinklage's ghost.
Oh, that's great. I'm done. I'm done. We nailed it. Everyone go home.
Josh, if you don't name Claptrap, I
Oh
understand.
yeah.
Claptrap.
Claptrap is number 1 on my list.
You're Claptrap.
Scott's was there ever a Winnie the Pooh game? Because I just want to call it
No, I'm a Murloc from World of Warcraft.
Oh god.
I'm also Dan from Street Fighter. And I'm the
Oh god.
Actually, I'm the bandit from Borderlands 2 that wants the quest so someone shoots him in the head.
Oh my god! In the face! Shoot me in the face!
Wait, I want to add another one to Chris. Your Dom's stupid wife.
Oh my god!
That's not even close to
Oh
true.
my god! Oh.
We just want to put you out of your misery.
This is a fun game.
Pokemon Sun or Moon. Let's say Sun. Go to Sun.
Yeah, I would pick Claptrap as number one.
I'll go with Murloc for me as number one.
That's all I can really.
That's it. You're only a claptrap.
I mean, there's different forms of Claptrap.
There's many Claptraps.
He's Gentleman Claptrap.
I was thinking that gentleman with the monocle and the top hat.
All right. What about Doug?
Oh God, what's the? There's a detective dog and a little rabbit
Sam
guy.
Max.
Sam Max.
So Max.
Yup.
Okay, that's fair.
Man, I don't have a lot of stuff.
Which
in
one
my
was the
head right
rabbit?
now.
That was
Max.
Max,
Yeah.
Yeah. Eris and another character who dies unexpectedly.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be real sad in a
No,
year.
but see, all right.
What?
Who are some of the most depressing video game characters? Because
I don't know, the dudes from Silent Hill, all of them.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, a night nurse. That's the third part of my personality.
Joe Silent Hill.
Joe.
Yeah, Joe Silent Hill.
Joe Hill
Silent Hill.
is Stephen King's son, who wrote Lock and Key. It's very Silent
all
Hill
right,
Jason.
depressing video game characters. We gotta pick one for
Sonic.
Scott.
Sonic's depressing.
Tails is.
Tails is a downward spiral after the game was over. You ever see that behind the game?
Here you go. 10 video game characters who desperately need a hug.
Who?
Hold on, I'm getting there. Oh, you can be Jason Marsden from
anything he's ever been
Ethan
in.
Mars. from
Ethan
Heavy
Mars!
From what?
Jason. You're just the really depressed father from Heavy Rain.
I kind of feel like
He had a promising architectural career.
I kind of feel like Scott needs therapy, and we're all just making fun of his demons.
That's fine.
And he's never gonna work them out.
Look, he's got a big bottle of crack in at home. I'm not worried about it.
You know what?
Yeah.
I would also say I'm a little. I would put a little Cole McGrath. Either Cole or Second Son guy, because he's snarky.
Yes.
Yeah,
Joe's second son?
Yeah.
Joe's second son.
Des. God, I'm blanking on his name.
Don't
It's
worry
not-
about it.
Who?
But I'm blanking on his
Desmond
name.
McCreed.
Yeah, not even. Yeah, it's okay.
Hey, what do you know? Dom
Shred
is one
Richter.
of the depressing
Dom is
characters.
one of the characters. 'cause
Well, Dom has those dumb, stupid wife.
Hey,
to worry
Silent Hill
about.
2, James Sutherland. There you go.
Yeah, that's the guy.
And we got Dwayne from GTA 4, sure. All the L-Core from Mass Effect.
They're not sad.
They're
quite happy.
They sound sad.
They're just monotone.
regrettable.
They're doing Hamlet. How can you be sad doing Hamlet?
Ecstatic. To
Hamlet's
be or
sad.
not to be.
It's not that. It's exciting. There's ghosts and murder.
Yeah.
Great.
How's that?
It's not sad.
I think the-
Delson. I knew it was
Oh,
D.
yeah.
I think the
All right,
the
Dawson?
jellyfish are sadder than the.
Oh, the Hanar? Yeah.
Yeah, because they're indoctrinated into a weird
They are,
culture.
right?
Yeah, I kind of feel like we should do.
The Enkindlers, and then they have to find out that the Enkindlers are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
That's
And
sad.
your religion is nothing but lies.
That was a depressing moment when you had
Yeah.
to break it to their whole race that,
Oh.
hey, your entire race's existence has been predicated on lies.
It's this Jamaican Prothean asshole that did everything.
I love the perfect individual. All right, moving on to
Alright,
comments.
we gotta go to comics.
Jamaican be crazy.
Yeah, we do.
Oh no.
What are we
Every
gonna talk
time I
about
mention
first?
Jamaican, I'm bringing that up.
All right, so Chris, I figured you'd want to talk about Batman number 7.
Yes.
Because there was a point of
Batman.
contention last week where I preemptively called the Monsterman storyline hot garbage, and you said, Matthew, you can't judge a book before its cover. And then I read it, and I was like, hey, what do you know? It's bad. But you said no, you liked it.
I
so
don't.
please tell me.
I like it a lot. This is the kind of big superhero-y action story I want from the Batman proper book. You know, I kind of expect Detective to be a little more intimate and maybe actually doing some detective work. And I expect Batman to be just heroics and kicking murder clowns in the face.
Yelling
But
God.
he's fighting 2-ton storage genetic monstrosities.
And what's wrong with that?
Doug's face.
When you tell me what's wrong with Batman fighting giant monsters, I will be more than happy to listen.
I mean,
It's not the first time.
I'm gonna admit, guys, I'm done with DC. I am done with DC.
I
wouldn't
just,
be.
I am. I can't. I don't.
Once again, hollow threats.
Right?
You were never like not
I'm
done.
so done with this stuff I wasn't reading already.
Like you're like I'm over DC, but you were never under it. So it
Good
doesn't
point.
matter.
So,
I'm done with superhero books. When's the
Actually-
last time you read one?
Actually, fun fact that just proved that Josh is always on the wrong side of history. They just came out with the news that
He shot JFK, for instance.
comic books are at an all-time 20-year high on pre-orders and sales, and DC has 18 of the top 20 grossing books.
Oh yeah, it's kicking ass since Rebirth.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of look.
But
Let's
quality.
not.
Yeah, they're
Let's not forget that they were sucking all the way up to Rebirth. Like, people are acting like, oh, DC's stomping Marvel's ass. Aren't they stupid? And Marvel hasn't made a mistake. DC just stopped making mistakes, and it's very, like, exciting. Okay? That they've got a streak of not fucking up.
Well, here's why I'm upset about this. And, you know, we were talking to our
But this is
local
like
comic book
creative,
store.
like, you can argue creative direction, but it's not
It's
a
not
fuck
that I
up.
have a problem with the story.
Yeah.
It's I have an issue with when the story's happening. Because I was talking to the comic book store, it was like, we just got out of the first arc of all the books that are being into this tie-in, and it kind of just feels like it's being shoehorned in out of nowhere.
Oh.
Like, we just got into the Batman first arc, and we're like, and then it's like, all right, hey, guns blazing, we're finally firing on all cylinders. See you in 2 months after the Monster Men crossover.
isn't
And
that
it just-
exciting though? To come out and be like, okay, we're done with the first arc. Let's go crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you should like maybe take a moment and reestablish
Like,
Batman's status quo.
I'm ready for it to hit that twist. But
Yeah.
the first 2 parts came out today. Nightwing also, and they did nothing for me.
Yeah, and it's possible by the time it ends, I'll have a completely different opinion of it.
Although to be fair, you've always been a bigger fan of the monster genre. Your Godzilla, your werewolves,
they're
your
kind of
Dracula,
They're kind of Del
Frankenstein.
Toro,
Universal
like,
monsters.
the design-wise.
That's always been his
Look,
jam.
I
I like Universal monsters.
I like
too.
monsters, and I think Batman fighting monsters, pretty cool.
It's fair.
Because how often does he do it?
Not often
Not
enough.
often.
He's too busy kicking murder clowns.
Yeah.
The detective ninja is the billionaire detective ninja is kicking murder clowns and not a 2-story monster.
Yeah, not doing a lot of detective work.
That's
Well,
what
that's-
Detective Comics is
yeah.
for.
To be fair, he's got you there.
But I still feel like that shouldn't just be a Batman book. That should be any Bat character.
Well, it
Constantly
is.
shifting.
Detective Comics is a shifting, rotating thing. It's
Okay.
got spoiler
Because
Red
for like
Robin,
30 years
Batman,
there, it was just a Batman book.
Batwoman.
There
It was
Yeah.
Batman's B book.
yeah.
Not anymore.
Which
This
is boring.
that's what makes Detective Comics one of the best books in Rebirth right now, because it's bringing like everyone else in the Bat family.
Yeah.
And they all get a highlight, and they're all doing.
Same
really
thing with
technical.
action. I think you should do it with any of Superman's family characters, for
However, I will
for
say
random DC characters, really.
the other DC books this week that we're going to talk about were the exact opposite, where both of them focused on just character moments.
Yeah,
And-
I feel like they should get back to basics for a little bit, and then, like, to me, the only thing that strikes me as off about Batman fighting monsters is like I kind of feel like that's a Justice League feeling thing when he's
Like
out.
Batman can fight
it's a
monsters,
different
but
element.
just not only Batman.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like he's interacting in somebody else's world, and why hasn't somebody who fights monsters for a living shown up?
Well,
You know,
he does have the Bat family helping him.
yeah,
But
it's like all of us getting together to go beat up Frankenstein,
Yeah.
as
Well,
opposed to
here's the
there's
thing.
also a guy who
Sounds
kills
awesome.
Frankensteins,
Yeah. But in
and we're not calling him.
previous Batwoman books, she dealt with like Bloody Mary and all
Yeah,
that
no,
stuff.
that-
so she
see, that
did
was
deal
awesome.
with- dealt
Yeah,
with
she
like,
dealt with occult monsters, and so that's why I had no.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. I know the precedent's been set for monsters in the Batman
Like,
world.
I
I feel the timing of forcing this on me feels a little weird.
Besides Scott Snyder's Batman in '52, which was probably like the best Batman
Yeah.
for Bat family.
But you know what it feels
Batwoman
like,
had
Chris?
this awesome art.
When Batman was fighting Bloom,
A little bit.
which also felt very out of place, and ultimately
it
was
was-
one of the weakest arcs.
It was very weird in the context of the Scott Snyder run, and I think this one is too new to make any
That's
such
fair.
judgments.
Well, going to the next book, Green Lanterns, both this and Superman came off of their first arc and decided to go like character moments. And this had Simon Baz and his partner Jessica Cruz
Who share
making and Halloween's coming up, and Simon Baz's mom's coming to town, and they have to cook dinner, and we're just getting a lot of character moments, and we find it's mostly Jessica Cruz dealing with her agoraphobia and really claustrophobic levels of. It's not depression. It's
agoraphobia, anxiety.
Anxiety. That's it. She has.
Read that.
Yes, we actually did. We read the first, Jake. We read the first trade of I Hate Fairyland, and then the second. It did that thing where Image books take that long break in between arcs, and I never got back into it, so I have not read the second arc.
Are they an item?
They're not. They're just partners. And it made it feel like a cop story where the cop meets the other person's family, but with the Green Lantern wrapping around it.
See, that's what they should be. That sounds like a good angle.
And I
They're
really
space
like it
cops.
because we also get more character development for Simon. Did you read this, Chris?
I did not.
For Simon Baz than before, because we get to hear why he's afraid of his mom and why his upbringing as a Muslim American and all of the stress that brought on a family that had just moved there, where with Jessica we're getting her agoraphobia and anxiety, and how these two lanterns are struggling with two very different but both crippling forms of just things that they have to power through to make their own lantern work.
Yeah.
And it was a very cool little story that when you really break down the plot, they're making cookies for his mom, but like Lebanese cookies.
Yeah.
And it's very important for him that he doesn't fuck it up because his mom's always looked at him as a failure. And it's just
because of how he became that story before. Okay.
And so it was just a really good story and a really nice way to have that breathing room in between arcs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of because Jeff Johns' Green Lantern was amazing, but it also never let up. It was one arc ended, but it ended with a new catastrophe that was even worse than the one that just ended. It was the Sinestro Corps work. Oh no! Now we have Red Lanterns. Now we have the Orange Lantern. Now it's Blackest Night. Now who the fuck's going on with Brightest Day? Now it's the War of the Green Lanterns. Now it's the First Lantern. Now it's Lights Out, and oh my god, the universe is over.
Yeah.
It never stopped. There was no stopping.
The real huggable panda. Hello,
Real Huggable Panda. Well, Chris, you did read Superman.
I did.
And I predicted that this might be a Superman issue that you enjoyed.
I did. I enjoyed it a lot. It was very. It's very much putting Superman in a situation where he doesn't have to be Superman, where he can be focused on being Clark Smith.
Yeah, because he's not Clark Kent.
Not anymore. Clark Kent's dead. Well, no, he's not dead.
He's not.
He's around.
So wait,
This is
Superman?
This is the original
Okay.
Yeah,
Superman
the Superman we
from
grew up
pre-Crisis, pre-New 52.
The old one.
Yes, the one we grew up
The
with.
one that died and came
He
back.
survived.
The one that wears underoos.
Yes.
He survived. He came to this New 52 world. New 52 Superman died.
And
He
now-
took over for New 52 Superman.
It's a lot confusing.
All you have to know is New 52 stupid Superman died. Now Superman that we all grew up with is back. And this is a story where he's
sort of a subtle reign of the Superman without them announcing it.
Right.
I feel like there's the Chinese Superman, there's this guy, there's Lex running around in the power armor with
Right.
the S on it. They're sort of the four Superman.
Hey, Doctor Who.
No, I don't like it.
TARDIS.
We know you don't. Scott's not a Whovian, but Chris and I are. It's fine.
No, I really like this. I like the fair setting. I really like the relationship they all have, and I really like the drawing on the roller coaster
Yes.
where Lois finally pieces out that Clark was secretly Supermaning.
Yeah, because he's like, I promise we'll go to the fair and I won't be Superman. And then he overhears these three hoodlums that are going to break in and steal a cash box. And of course, But what's also great about this book is this Superman book is the story of Superman and his son, because who's the new Superboy, and it's him like learning how to be. It's Superman trying to do what his parents did for him,
Yeah.
but while also being Superman.
But
And
it's
adds
got a little bit easier of a job.
And it adds just another layer to it, and I really enjoyed these 2 issues, Green Lantern and Superman, because they slowed
taking
the
a
story down.
Yeah.
To give you more.
He felt more. I don't know if you've read American Alien, but personality-wise, he felt more human the way Max Landis portrayed his Superman.
No one really cares
Right.
about Max Landis. Just saying.
Anyway,
I don't care about you.
American
Okay,
Alien.
so-
Yeah,
Wow.
American Alien. Yeah.
It's a good book.
Scott's just jumping out
So
throwing
who
hot
gives a
takes.
shit?
I know.
But yeah, so moving on to the Marvel side, we have 2 Marvel books.
Superboy's the actual boy
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's his actual son. Uh,
that he brought over.
Well, see, the thing is,
Son of Lois.
when the New 52 began and their universe got erased, they were saved, and Lois was pregnant at the time.
Okay.
So they've been living
Under like
in the New 52 universe while all their stuff's happening,
yeah.
but they've just kind of done their own thing. And Superman's been like stealth helping them without their knowledge. And we got to see like what they did during the major events of New 52 before Rebirth, and it was really cool.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
All right, so Civil War 2, number 5.
Yes. It continues.
It does.
This is a big
the-
fight issue.
This is the issue everyone always waits for with the Civil War books, the hero versus hero brawl with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Everyone getting little quips.
Yeah.
Alpha Flight got their own moment.
The Guardians got their moments.
That part actually bored me a little.
Well, that's
Like-
because it's
Because it's done now at this point.
But
Like
it's-
a lot.
And it's also because, like, what's leading up to this moment, everything has just been...
Emotionally intense.
Yeah.
And this is like,
the catharsis.
remember the thing that we
Yeah.
promised you
Here's
when we
fighting.
said Civil War?
Here's the most important thing about this book, and I don't know if he's meant to do it on purpose so that he can redeem her at the end. But the first 5 issues of Civil War 2, and I think Chris would agree with me on this, has basically been a character assassination of Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
where it's just he's progressively made her more unlikable and more just
Less
unsympathetic.
She's
less
so
reasonable.
unreasonable.
Like that moment where Iron Man
And everyone on her
like,
side feels like an asshole.
yeah.
Like, they're just not listening. They don't, like, hear him out about anything. They just attack.
Although I did really the talk between Star-Lord and Iron Man was really well done.
Yeah. It kind of gives you the idea that
is
no
it
one...
the like male Star-Lord or
Yes.
the female Star-Lord?
Yeah.
No, it's not Kitty Pryde. It's
Okay.
actual Star-Lord.
Okay.
Which begs the question: what happened to Kitty Pryde Star-Lord?
Yeah.
Never.
Wasn't she fighting the Vision in that book, or did I misread
That was
who that
long
was?
ago.
That was
Oh, but who was fighting?
because
Vision?
I felt like it was Kitty phasing into the Vision, and that was a really cool part of the
No,
fight.
no, no. That was someone trying to punch Vision, and he.
There was a girl that's
And-
like halfway into him. In
Yeah,
one
because he
part.
phased himself, and he.
Okay.
That was.
I thought he would short him.
No,
because
that was
Kitty.
Aurora from Alpha Flight punching through
Oh,
Vision.
okay.
But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. This is the fight issue, and next issue we got another drastic Vision from Ulysses.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that plays
Yeah,
out.
that vision from Ulysses is quite a vision. It's a game changer, one. And I think this is going to be the straw that breaks everyone. Although, also, I had a question about this, and I didn't remember. When did Ulysses start getting weird face tattoos?
That happened in the Ulysses tie-in,
Okay.
which we didn't buy, but I read in the store. He's being trained by Karnak, and those are supposed to like help him focus.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think that's Shadow Cat right there. That's what I'm talking about. Because Aurora doesn't have goggles on.
Oh no,
And I
this
think
is
that's shorting him out because she shorts out electronics when she passes through them, and he phases. So it's a cool moment
that
because
is
then he
true.
pushes her out
Yeah.
later on by
Is that
unphasing
his
her.
costume?
Because she says I'm Aurora and she's not wearing goggles in the earlier,
No, that's true. Huh.
Yeah.
and that's after the X-Men show
We
up.
will find out.
I'm gonna look that up real quick.
Let's start while you're looking that up. Let's
Yeah.
talk about the vision.
Yes.
Number 11.
The penultimate issue.
Upsetting.
Yeah.
My favorite
Consensus.
My favorite thing about the Vision book, and this happened in a couple of issues, is that they're telling two stories at the same time.
Yeah.
Because the text tells a story of Vision's first few days of consciousness and sentience, And the actual action shows him wrecking the Avengers trying to get to Victor Mansion.
Yep.
And it's awesome. Both stories are so good. And then you have the twist ending coming, and the degradation of his wife and his daughter finding out what she's done,
Yeah.
and her freaking out, and that poor fucking dog.
Yeah.
Yep. And just the whole
Collapsing.
rationale of the mom has been the catalyst of every bad thing that's happened to this family when you really think about it.
Yes.
And the fact that they alluded to the reason she became so unstable was because he built her brain patterns off of the dead memories of Wanda.
Yeah. It's not great.
It's
No, not at all.
Bro, not great.
No more robots.
And I also like that Wanda was like the final line of defense,
Yeah.
and was not enough.
He's just like, nah, it's all good.
Yeah.
No, man, this book, when it ends, this
collection's
is
gonna be so
definitely going
nice.
to be a collection I buy.
Yeah.
And I think most people should. because
Also, question
it's-
about Civil War II, to go back real quick. Who's Blue Marvel?
I don't know.
Because he got several highlights in this book.
Blue Marvel is.
He's
Yeah, I've
called-
never seen
He's
him
part of the
before.
Ultimates.
He's.
I guess he fights alongside Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
then?
I'm trying to think on what his backstory is. I think he was kind of just like a character who has this very similar powers to his Power Man, Luke Cage.
He seemed to have
Yes.
energy. He looked like a
He
Black
chased
Lightning.
Nova up into
he
space.
Yeah.
So, whatever. We have a couple more just video game news to chat about, and then we'll wrap it up for the day.
Uh-huh.
Did you know PC gamers are racists?
That's what I've heard.
What?
I do hate myself.
Well, womp womp.
I've heard that, but I don't know.
Why are they
what is this
racist?
in context? Like, what do we?
Hold on, I'm engaging our fan.
Oh, okay.
Singular.
Chris, shush.
Engage.
Okay, so Michael Pachter, analyst supreme, said PC gamers are like racists. And I will read you the quote. I think PC gamers are like racists. They only like their own kind, and they have no interest in venturing out and mixing with other races. PC gamers are arrogant twits who are convinced what they do is better than what anyone else can possibly do. PC gamers are so convinced that what they do is better than what anyone else can do, and that explains why he does not think PC gamers will be tempted by the Scorpio or the PS4 Pro.
Probably right.
And now he responds saying he never used the word twit and that was misinterpreted.
Well, I think it's the whole PC.
But he absolutely used the term
Well,
racist.
when you call yourself the PC master race, then
See,
you kind of open yourself up to this.
The problem with that is the PC Master Race, like, it was always meant as a tongue-in-cheek like joke about how PCs were always more powerful.
Yeah, but we all
the problem
know.
is it took a life on its own.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, you just have to acknowledge what it's become and not what it started
Yeah,
as.
we all know how, like, it starts off as a joke and all of a sudden it becomes something much, much worse, Donald Trump.
That you cannot equate those two. Stop.
I did, I just did.
No. Stop it.
Well, he's a racist.
Josh, I know.
What?
Trying to
No.
cover it.
Donald Trump,
Yeah.
Hitler, and we know they're the same person.
Right. And it all started off as a joke. Hey, let me run for office. I think it would be pretty funny.
Yeah,
I mean, fool a
Trump,
handful of
not
people.
just Hitler.
Yeah.
All right, moving on, Josh.
All right, moving on.
My God, you are the worst.
Ah,
So Gears of War 4,
Here's a 4.
Gears of 4, sorry, just like God of War.
2 years.
4
Furious.
It was announced to have a season pass. It's a $40 season pass, but what's interesting about it is the way it's working. The season pass is going to be 24 maps,
That's a lot.
but that's it. And every map is free, but you can buy the season pass and own it. They're using the League of Legends
Model.
pay style
Yeah.
in their model. People that play for free, that don't want to pay for the maps, there will be a rotating selection of maps on a weekly basis. And then if you really like a map, you can buy it and choose it at any time. Or you can buy the season pass and own them all and pick and choose at your time. But just just like League of Legends with their champions, it rotating every week. Hey! talk about that Dark Souls 3 DLC
That's
announcement.
what I'm
huh?
talking about.
What's your favorite part about DLC for Dark Souls?
All of it doesn't matter.
Give me one part, specifically.
Wolf Dog, Ice Scythe, and what's the other thing? I don't know. It's more Frost though, so I'm loving that.
Yeah, the whole Frost aspect. It's good times.
People just coming up out of the snow being like, "What's up? It's about to get game."
Non-stop, don't you?
Yes, I have over $200 already. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Someone might have a Dark Souls addiction.
Yeah.
There's no need for anything.
Actually, you know what? Wait, Enemy, come down here. I'm gonna quickly I'll come back
I
to
knew
Gears.
you'd come.
It's best for Dark Souls.
Brother Nero.
I knew you'd come.
So they announced From Software announced like their next series of games,
Yeah.
and they announced that Dark Souls is done
Good.
for the foreseeable future.
Someone said
There
you're
will be-
cute, by the way.
Oh
That's nice.
yeah.
Is it a dude?
Don't know.
It's the real huggable panda.
It could be.
We don't know. We don't ask those questions.
I wouldn't be too worried. Pandas don't have sex.
Sure they do.
That's a shame.
No, they're
Sexual
down.
harassment.
They're down to like 3 of them.
Anyway, so
I just don't want to do it.
Dark Souls 3 is the last in the foreseeable future. They have 3 projects going on. One is heavily rumored to be Bloodborne 2.
Okay.
One is
Dark
confirmed to be a new Armored Core.
Mm.
And one is confirmed to be, as Miyazaki puts it, his weirdest game yet. And that's all we
Death
know about
Stranding?
it, is that it's a weird game.
As if everything else has not been weird.
Right? No. Like in his mind,
From
this
his
is a
point of view.
weird game. So I'm very excited to see what their take on
It's a girl.
Armored Core will be in like the 15 years since we've gotten an Armored Core game.
Yeah.
In a post-Souls world, how do you make an Armored Core game?
The same way you did a Dark Souls game.
I've talked at length about how badass a sci-fi Dark Souls game will be with Armored Core style customization.
Yeah, that would be
Go
fun.
with Dark Souls gameplay,
That would be fun.
bruh.
I can't wait.
Bruh.
Burr.
All right, but yeah, back to the Gears thing. They're basically it's like League of Legends,
Yeah.
where you could buy your favorite characters, or you can play completely for free, and every week your options of who you can play as are rotated.
Oh, that's fun.
I thought Scott was raising his hand for a question.
No. I want a high five.
Finally, or next to finally, we found out that CD Projekt Red is what?
No, you're Sheldon.
Yes, I am. Apparently, I'm the Sheldon because Chris doesn't talk anymore. He just looks at his computer.
Monitoring chat.
It does not take that much to monitor
You
chat.
have no
Chris.
idea.
I do.
You have no idea.
We're gonna have to start banning this.
Oh, wow.
Easy
All right,
do anything.
Come on,
I
let's-
do lots.
Let's get to the news. Let's get to the news.
Anyway,
Oh, come on. Now you're going to make a comment
Yes.
on the... This is just... he does not like to be called Sheldon, does he?
who does?
Sheldon?
No.
Sheldon wants to be Sheldon. He doesn't want to be anybody else.
Stop.
More of a
Chuck from Chuck. You are delusional.
Anyway, what was it saying?
We already decided if you think you're Chuck, you're
Morgan. I decided that. That was my decision.
Morgan's totally the lead character of a completely different show.
Right? Okay. But yeah, so CD Projekt Red is probably the greatest masters of PR.
Please don't talk about Gwent!
We are talking about Gwent.
I'm gonna
I
name my
sent-
next son Gwent.
I sent you the picture. They have a new event coming out. It's basically a stress test for Gwent. It goes on. It's coming out this weekend. But what makes them genius is that they named the stress event the Kill the Servers event, where they made it seem like the whole point is to crash their servers.
Because you know it's gonna
So
happen.
they turned something that usually pisses people off
That's
And
funny.
you're like
about-
competitive.
about your betas where their servers crashing, and they made it an event called Kill the Servers.
Yeah.
They have official
Like
art.
we dare you.
I like that.
Geralt and everyone attacking a bunch of computer servers.
I like that.
And they invited the community to basically hammer us until we crash. And I'm like, that's genius. Because every other beta, when they crash, people get pissed off. I'm like, are you going to extend the beta? You're
Yeah,
wasting my
now
time.
you're
with
gonna be
crashing."
waiting
now,
for it. You're
Now
gonna-
when
please.
people crash the game, they're like, we did it.
Yeah.
Like, it completely flips the fucking script on it. And I'm just sitting there, that's genius.
That's great. That's great.
That is amazing to me. So, Wallowitz,
Fuck you.
Food for Polly by nature of him being
Yeah, I
really
mean,
dark
Fuck you,
skinned.
racist.
Wow.
What? Duck's like? Oh, I thought you were going for the high five.
No. Well, yeah.
Why would
Let's
you
do it.
high five?
Oh, God.
Because he says it all the time.
What is going on here?
I don't know. Anyway.
Fuck you.
What, you're
Wow.
involved with? You have an unhealthy relationship with your mom. It's fine.
Oh, fuck you.
No.
No. Didn't his mom die?
Well, yeah, not that part, Chris.
The actress did.
Okay.
So they wrote
aren't
them
you
out.
marrying the girl of your dreams and no one else thought it would happen initially?
I always thought it would happen.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
How many times did you say?
No.
Doesn't matter.
No.
You're ruining the.
No, your argument,
analogy.
Chris, should be that Josh just recently stopped living with his mother.
But it's the complete opposite.
You
Which
should
was
say, yeah, your mother was living with you. That's
Yeah.
your argument, but
I mean, it's not wrong.
the house is in my name.
no, that's your argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Can we stop
I'm
talking
helping
about
Chris.
Like
we're moving
okay.
on. We're moving
Stop
on
talking
to the
about a
final
terrible
thing.
show.
To the final thing. Xbox announced October's games with gold.
Ooh.
Okay.
Would you like the 360 or the Xbox One first?
No one cares.
It is
about
not as
360.
strong as
Just pick.
it is not as strong a month as it was last month with Mirror's Edge and stuff. Nick Frost. Hey, you do look like Nick Frost.
Or
Chris?
Scott.
No.
Why would Scott?
Why would
like-
I look like Nick Frost?
Yeah,
Why,
Chris.
why would you look like Nick Frost?
Because I don't.
Think about it.
I am. And I do not look
Why would you
Oh
do
my
that?
god.
All right.
Oh my god.
So-
Give it a second.
360 is getting MX vs ATV Reflex
Ooh.
and indie survival game I Am Alive.
Okay.
And the Xbox One is getting indie prison sim The Escapists and Mega Baseball.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sports.
Sports ball.
Also, Mega Baseball sounds like the knockoff baseball. It absolutely is.
It is.
Because you can't get the show. I bet it's like the New York tall guys.
Right?
Yeah. Because you can't afford the Yankees, so you have to put like New York Titans.
Yeah.
No, it is. It's all
Wasn't
made up
there
teams.
actually MLB team with Gold Titans?
No.
I thought there was.
No, they're the
There's
Giants.
those
Giant.
stupid new football
No.
team.
But no, it's one of those dumb things.
Doug gets it.
Doug gets it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And OCD.
All right. Well, you know what? That about wraps it up for today. I'm Matt.
Did you
like
say about
that.
the one games?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
okay.
Escapists
Oh.
and Mega Baseball, the one you've just.
Just because we
probably-
moved
I
stuff
thought-
up
I
to
still
the
thought that
front
was
so it doesn't
360
feel
because it
like
was-
No, I Am Alive and MX vs ATV.
What did I see about Just Cause being on gold?
No.
You might be
You might have been seeing someone having a wish list or a prediction.
Okay.
Well, that was a fun episode.
Yeah. Well, we already talked about what we talked.
Yeah, we
Wait,
talked
so
about the
I'm
games.
Matt.
I'm Chris.
I'm Josh.
Oh, we didn't even do that for opening.
Well, whatever.
I'm Doug.
man. It doesn't matter
It
anymore.
is. It's
Here's
a
Scott.
It is. It deals with gold. I'm so sorry.
I'm Scott, and I'm sorry, but I hate Doctor Who.
It's true.
Sorry,
Sky
not
does
sorry.
hate Doctor Who. If you'd like to see how much, type in NOLA Nerds.
His
Scott.
address is. Oh.
No, Scott did a video where he
That was 2
he
years
trolled
ago.
a bunch of people and it was hilarious.
Scott,
Good fun.
Scott, it's on the internet. That means it's new to them.
Yep.
It's not Scott's fault that
Chris
he's
and
a
I are
bad
fans,
person.
but we haven't watched the new stuff. I don't know. But
What,
I
uh,
haven't.
I haven't.
With the old dude?
Yeah.
It's great.
Is it?
It's some of the best since. It's like if Capaldi and the dark part of Tenet were combined.
Okay.
Again,
I mean, Capaldi.
okay, I really want to know.
Thank you, real huggable panda.
Who's
We
Nick
appreciate
Frost?
Is it
All right,
him?
wait. We won't hang up until you answer this. Scott, raise your hand. Is he Nick Frost or is he Nick Frost? Raise your hand, Chris. We will wait. And thank you, Jacob Daly. You guys are the real MVPs. We stream live every Wednesday.
Yeah, every Wednesday.
The problem, we have to wait for that delay. That
Yeah.
20-something
Right.
second
We'll
delay.
know about the delay.
Yeah.
They'll be like, ooh, a delay.
No, it's me.
Is it
It's
you?
me.
Yeah!
I told you, Chris.
I look like no one but myself.
No,
that's
Jesus.
not true.
No,
Hey, you
that's
look
not
like
true,
Jesus.
Homo Jesus.
They don't
Well, he's
call
got
you
his hair
Jesus
now,
for
he's
the
hipster
smart.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
Hipster
Let's
Homo
wrap it up.
Jesus.
All right.
Peace out. See you next week.
Yay.
Hipster Hobo, that's a gutter pop.
Oh,
Yes.
we forgot the best news of the week. We'll
What?
save it for next week.
What?
Hint, talking Dragon Ball Fusion.
Exciting.
I don't know.
Ooh.
There's got to be better news.
Nah.
Sorry.
No, there's
Chris, the game was announced and Chris immediately was like, that's what I want for Christmas.
Aww.
that's-
Actually, my reaction was, Yes.
It's true. He did go yes.
We need that recorded so you can just push a button.
All right, in it now.
Automate the whole show. All right, and we are going to start
Hashtag
recording.
automate the show.
Email